Hello students, I am Devidatta Das and I will be discussing now haloalkanes, haloarenes chapter, and the portion that I will be discussing with you is physical properties and chemical reactions of alkyl halide. So, here before going to organic chemistry, let me say something about a very interesting story. I am saying about myself actually, मैं अपने बारे में बोल रहा हूँ actually. Whenever I was reading in universities, one of my friend was from South Africa. So, he was very interested to see and to understand the stories from Mahabharata and Ramayana. Very fortunately, during our post graduation career, so there was TV serials of Ramayana and Mahabharata. We were seeing it in hostels. So, what happens actually, whenever he sees in Ramayana, the characters are what? Rama, Sita, Lakshman and Ravan. And in Mahabharata, Pandavas are there, Draupadi is there, Dushasan and Duryodhana are there. So, initially he asked me, अरे तुम बताओ, मैं I was saying these stories to him. This is the story of Ramayana, this is the story of Mahabharata. Then let us come to see in television. And after he sees it in the television, he becomes very attentive to look and also understands the things. But what happens finally, whenever I ask him, who is brother of Yudhishthir? He says Lakshman is brother of Yudhishthir. Who kidnapped Devi Sita? So, he said Duryodhan kidnapped Devi Sita, Dushasan kidnapped Devi Sita. What happens to him? Because he is from a outside country and even he has interest, but so many characters are there, he was confused, and that happens in organic chemistry. What we see actually, there are several compounds, carbon-carbon bonds are there, so many halogen atoms, so many double bonds, so many things are there actually, and their preparations, their properties, all these are coming to our brain, and this is making us very much confused. But rest assured, within this short time, I will make you clear upon so many things actually, so that you can do it within a very short time. चुटकी में सब हो जाएगा. कुछ एक्चुअली ऐसा नहीं है कि जो आपको तकलीफ में डालेगा. चलो हम एकदम पूरा कैजुअली डिस्कशन करेंगे कि haloalkane, haloarene का फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज क्या होता है. So, let us understand the physical properties of haloalkanes and haloarenes. What are the physical properties really? The physical properties that we are going to discuss here is physical state, boiling point, solubility and density. So, let us go to read physical state. What are the states of a matter? Solid, liquid and gas are the states of a matter. So, let us understand, let us first realize what is a solid, what is a liquid, what is a gas. Okay. So, let us discuss about this. Ammonia is a gas. Why it is a gas? Because ammonia melts at minus 108 degree centigrade and ammonia boils at minus 28 degree centigrade, and room temperature is 25 degree centigrade. So, because it has been converted into gas at minus 28 degree centigrade, so you can say ammonia is a gas. Water is a liquid at room temperature. Why it is a liquid at room temperature? Because it becomes liquid at 0 degree centigrade and room temperature is 25 degree centigrade. So, this is the basic logic for reason that some substance is solid, some substance is liquid and some substance is gas. So, now let us understand what is the reason behind this states of substances actually. What happens in a gas? The molecules are far apart from each other. What happens in a liquid? Molecules are closer. What happens in a solid? Molecules are tightly or closely packed. So, whenever we are saying physical states, in alkyl halide what happens actually? The region or the small alkyl halides are normally gases, the higher one which are having higher molecular mass and the carbon atoms are attached with several larger groups, they are liquids, and again the higher members are what? Solids. So, if you will discuss the physical properties, we can see here all alkyl halides are colorless when pure. However, bromides and iodides develop color when exposed to light. So, physical state of alkyl halides, this is the basic idea. Now, let us see this graph. In this table or in this graph we see the room temperature line 27 degree centigrade or 300 Kelvin is there. Below 300 Kelvin we can see chlorides and bromides of methyl alkyl halide is gas, and below 300 degree centigrade we can see ethyl chloride is there. So, methyl chloride, methyl bromide and ethyl chlorides are gases. So, this is the physical state of alkyl halides. Now, let us understand boiling point. Boiling point is a property of liquid. In boiling point, what happens? The liquid molecules are attracted. Liquid molecules are attracted each other. When we boil a particular liquid, the liquid molecule force of attraction detaches. If there is a larger force of attraction between the liquid molecules, you can see the boiling point is higher. So, the molecule force of attraction is suggested by van der Waal. So, intermolecular force of attraction is said by van der Waal. So, now you can see this slide. What are the factors affecting boiling point? The factors affecting boiling point are London force of attraction and dipole attraction. These two types of van der Waals forces are having major responsibility for deciding the boiling point of alkyl and aryl halides. Let us discuss this London's force of attraction. That some force of attraction which arises due to charge dispersion or electron non-uniform distribution in the molecule. Okay. That also depends upon one thing, the size of molecule and how two molecules are touching each other. If the molecules have a larger surface area contact, अगर दोनों molecule के बीच में surface area contact ज़्यादा होगा तो दोनों के बीच में attraction ज़्यादा रहेगा. अगर दोनों के बीच में से अगर attraction कम हो जाएगा तो force of attraction what will happen? Actually, it will be less. So, London force of attraction means it depends upon the size of molecule as well as the shape of molecule, means surface contact, and dipole. As you know, carbon halogen bond is polar because halogen atoms having more electronegativity, carbon having less electronegativity. So, in all cases carbon halogen bond is polar. So, one alkyl halide is a dipole, another alkyl halide molecule is also a dipole. So, let us discuss this in this way. Suppose this is a molecule, this side is positive, this side is negative, we can say this is a dipole. Another molecule is this side is positive and this side is negative, this is called as a dipole. So, attraction between the two is called as dipole attraction. So, we can see according to that concept, for one particular halides, alkyl halide, we can see the boiling point increases if dipole attraction increases or if the surface contact increases. So, we can see here the slide, the boiling point of isomeric haloalkanes increase in branching. For example, 2-bromo-2-methyl-propane has the lowest boiling point among all the three isomers. Let us discuss that 2-bromo-2-methyl-propane. I have the model here, you can see I have a butane here, that is we have taken butane. So, this is CH3, CH2, CH2, CH2 Br, 4 carbon atoms are in chain. This is N-butyl bromide. Just let us compare, this is also the 4 carbon atoms are in chain, but the bromide group is there in the 3rd carbon atom. Here the bromide group is in the 4th carbon atom, and here is a molecule that is tertiary butyl, I can say tertiary butyl bromide. Let us compare these two molecules, this and this, as we are seeing in the screen and also with the model. Actually, if I will draw this molecule and this molecule has got a spherical geometry. Since this molecule has got a spherical geometry, so another molecule will be like this. Suppose this molecule is like a sphere like this, another molecule will be like this, and we know since two spheres touch at a point, so for intermolecular, if the force of the surface contact of the two molecules is less, since surface contact is less, molecular force of attraction is less and boiling point will be less. Here you can see that the straight chain bromide has boiling point 375 Kelvin, and the branch, as the branch starts boiling point decreases, and in tertiary bromide the boiling point is 346. So, now before going to any other example, let me discuss some other models actually. So, this is simply methyl chloride, this is ethyl, this is one carbon atom, methyl chloride or methyl halide, there are 2 carbon atoms, ethyl chloride or ethyl halide. So, naturally if we will go to discuss the boiling points, boiling point of ethyl will be more than methyl. If we will discuss propyl, then boiling point of propyl will be more than the ethyl. In this way boiling point part is discussed. Let me discuss some more examples of boiling points. So, if we discuss CH3F, CH3Br, CH3I, CH3Cl, CH3Br, CH3I. If we will discuss the boiling point of these compounds, let us discuss the molecular mass of these compounds. The molecular mass will be CH3 12 plus 3 15 and fluorine is 19, the molecular mass is 34, and here CH3 is 15, chlorine is 35.5, it is 12 plus 3 15, 35.5 is 50.5, 15 and 80 this is 95, and 15 12 plus 3 15 plus 127 is 142. Molecular mass increases, as we have discussed, boiling point also increases. Boiling point also increases. If we discuss another example, suppose methyl chloride, methyl bromide and methyl chloride, ethyl chloride and propyl chloride. So, also you can see the boiling point increases. Okay. So, now we will discuss the density. Density of alkyl halides, how it changes. Density is a very simple factor. Density is a very simple thing. Density is nothing, it is mass by volume. मास बाई, किसी का अगर मास के हिसाब से वॉल्यूम ज़्यादा हो तो डेंसिटी कम हो गया, मास के हिसाब से वॉल्यूम कम हो तो डेंसिटी इज मोर. डेंसिटी बाय क्वांटिटेटिवली डेंसिटी इज इक्वल टू मास बाय वॉल्यूम. So, if we discuss the density of these three substances, then density of ethyl will also be higher than methyl. If we will discuss these examples, suppose methyl chloride, dichloro, two chlorine atoms are there, dichloromethane, trichloromethane or chloroform and carbon tetrachloride, then where the density would be more? Definitely in case of carbon tetrachloride, density will be more. So, density we can see in slides actually, density of propyl chloride, N-propyl chloride, N-butyl chloride, how the densities are increasing, and carbon tetrachloride 1.595, chloroform 1.489, that is trichloromethane, dichloromethane having 1.336. So, this is about density. Now, we will discuss solubility. Solubility of alkyl halides, how solubility of alkyl halides changes. Solubility is a factor which depends upon two components. We know there is a solvent and there is a solute, and that makes a solution. Here we are discussing the solute is alkyl halide and the solvent is water. जब solubility होता है, whenever there is a solution, we make a solution, what happens actually? So, the force of attraction between alkyl halide molecules and force of attraction between the water molecules, that breaks, and force of attraction between alcohol and water is again establishes. Suppose here is a water molecule, here is a water molecule, there was a force of attraction here initially, and here this is an alkyl halide molecule, this is an alkyl halide molecule, they have allele a force of attraction, but whenever they are making solutions, force of attraction between water and alkyl halide molecule is established. So, thing is that when we break this force, we have to break this force and we have to form or create or establish this force. We have to establish this force of attraction. So, here एक जो फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन होता है इसको हमको डिस्ट्रॉय करना पड़ेगा, दूसरा फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन को डिस्ट्रॉय करना पड़ेगा, और ये जो फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन होता है इसको क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा. एंड यू नो whenever we have to break the force of attraction, energy is required, or anything which is done against the force of attraction, energy is required, and if anything is done in support of force of attraction, energy is released. Where we require energy here and here energy is released. इसका एक सिंपल एग्जांपल मैं आपको देख सकता हूं, जैसे कि ग्रेविटी हमको अट्रैक्ट कर रहा है, अगर हम फिर भी स्टेयरकेस में नीचे जाते हैं तो ग्रेविटी हमको अट्रैक्ट कर रहा है, हम भी नीचे आ रहे हैं स्टेयरकेस में, मतलब वी आर रिलीजिंग एनर्जी। तब हमारा कोई दोस्त अगर स्टेयरकेस में नीचे आ रहा है तो हमको पीछे से धक्का देने से क्या हुआ, वो गिर जाता है, क्योंकि इट इज ही इज रिलीजिंग एनर्जी एंड व्हेनेवर वी अप्लाई energy upon him, what happens to him? He falls down actually. Similarly, what happens here? Why alkyl halide? What happens about the solubility of alkyl halides in water? The force of attraction of this side, total energy required to break these forces is greater than energy released here. अगर ये दोनों के बीच में अगर फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन, इसको तोड़ने में हमको अगर 15 एनर्जी जरूरी है, तो यहाँ जब रिलीज होता है वो 12 या 10 होता है, मतलब इससे ज़्यादा ये होता है। That's why you can say alkyl halides are very less soluble in water. If we add alkyl halide in water, we will be getting a cloudy thing actually. And second most important thing is that alkyl halide cannot establish a hydrogen bond in water. We have already discussed physical properties. In physical property part, we have discussed physical state, boiling point, solubility and density. So, now we will be going to chemical reactions or chemical properties. Chemical property also very much confusing at the early stage for the students, that because they cannot recognize the molecules, about what the question is asked. In organic chemistry, there are high sounding words. ये मॉलिक्यूल क्या होता है, वो मॉलिक्यूल क्या होता है, मॉलिक्यूल का नाम सुनते ही या देखते ही क्वेश्चन में हमको घबराहट हो जाता है, और उसी में से थोड़ा जितना भी याद है वो सब हम भूल जाते हैं। चलो हम पहले आपको दिखाते हैं व्हिच आर द पर्टिकुलर टाइप ऑफ रिएक्शंस शोन बाय अल्किल हलाइड्स। सो यू कैन सी हियर देयर आर एलिमिनेशन रिएक्शंस, देयर आर रिएक्शंस विथ मेटल्स, देयर आर हैलोजन एक्सचेंज रिएक्शंस, देयर आर रिडक्शंस, देयर आर न्यूक्लियोफिलिक सब्स्टिट्यूशन रिएक्शंस, and where we will be reading also optical isomerism, some part of that, because nucleophilic substitution reaction is associated with optical isomerism. So, before going to that, let us begin with elimination reactions. So, पहले चलो देखते हैं, हम आपको एक छोटा सा कहानी बताते हैं। चलो एक जो पॉलिटिकल वर्कर होता है, जिसको हम सिंपल लैंग्वेज में कहते हैं कि जो छोटा मोटा पॉलिटिक्स करता है, उसका थोड़ा होलिया ऐसे सोचो, ये उसका होलिया होता है। ये पहले शुरू करता है अपना जन सेवा कार्यक्रम शुरू करता है, क्योंकि ये आगे जाके उसको पॉलिटिक्स करना है, और इसी हिसाब से ये कभी इसको मिल गया, एक एमएलए बनने का टिकट मिल गया, तो ये एमएलए बन गया। तो एमएलए बनने का सिंबल मैं देता हूँ, इसको पगड़ी पहना देता हूँ, ताकि आपको ये पता चले कि ये भी एमएलए हो गया। और सपोज ये एक जनप्रतिनिधि बन गया और बन गए, उसके बाद सपोज उनको मिनिस्टरशिप मिल जाता है, तो मिनिस्टरशिप के इंडिकेशंस में क्रोन के हिसाब से देता हूं, यहाँ एक क्रोन लगा दिया मैंने, तो इसका मतलब ये मिनिस्टर बन गए अभी। तो इनके थोड़ा थोड़ा धीरे धीरे अपना ही काम पर उनका तरक्की होने लगा है। फिर जब मिनिस्टर बन गए, वेरी अनफॉर्चुनेटली सोचो, ये करप्ट हो गए और वो करप्शन करने लगे। जब वो करप्शन करने लगे, उनके हाथ से वो मिनिस्टरशिप पार्टी के जो हाई कमांड है वो छीन लिए, तो बाकी जो पहले जैसा था उनका हालत अभी ऐसा बन गया। तो ये जो छोटा सा कहानी है, इसमें हम आपको तीन डिफरेंट थिंग आपको बताते हैं। पहले जो ये सिंपल वर्कर या सिंपल एक आम आदमी था, वो जब एमएलए बन गए, तो हम कह के कुछ उनके साथ एडिशन हुआ। तो ऐसे हम रिएक्शंस ऑर्गेनिक में देखेंगे, एडिशंस रिएक्शंस, जहां एक स्पीसीज दूसरे स्पीसीज के साथ ऐड हो जाता है। और अभी देखते हैं, उनके सर पे एक पगड़ी था, अभी सर पे एक क्राउन आ गया, मतलब सर के ऊपर एक, जैसे कहते हैं मुकुट कहते हैं, वो आ गया एक्चुअली। तो मतलब वो किंगशिप आ गया, तो एक हट गया दूसरा आ गया, तो इसको सोचो सब्स्टिट्यूशन। जैसे कि क्रिकेट में क्या होता है ना, बैट्समैन जाता है, एक बैट्समैन आता है, तो बैट्समैन सब्स्टिट्यूशन कहा जाता है, उसको बॉलर सब्स्टिट्यूशन कहा जाता है, विकेट कीपर सब्स्टिट्यूशन कहा जाता है। सो दिस इज सब्स्टिट्यूशन। और उसके बाद जो क्रोन था, और अपने आप जब इसको करप्शन का आइडिया आ गया और करप्शन उसके हाथ में एकदम पूरा सुविधा से हो रहा था, तो भी करप्ट हो गया, तो पार्टी हाई कमांड ने उसको हटा दिया और वो भी पूरा जो आम आदमी था वैसे ही बन गए। तो ये होता है एलिमिनेशन। ऑर्गेनिक में भी ऐसे ही होता है। ऑर्गेनिक में ज़्यादातर कॉमन ये सब रिएक्शंस होते हैं, एडिशन रिएक्शन, सब्स्टिट्यूशन रिएक्शंस एंड एलिमिनेशन रिएक्शंस। आप लोग पढ़ते होंगे, यू हैव रेड एडिशन एंड सब्स्टिट्यूशन रिएक्शंस व्हेन you have been taught preparations of haloalkanes and haloarenes. So now we will be discussing elimination reactions of ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री. एक और भी रिएक्शन होता है ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री में, ऑक्सीडेशन एंड रिडक्शन रिएक्शंस होता है, उसका भी हम आपको बता देते हैं. ये आप देखिएगा एरोमार्क का इस तरफ कुछ इलेक्ट्रॉन लिखा जाता है कुछ रिएक्शंस में, और कुछ रिएक्शंस भी होते हैं जहां इस तरफ इलेक्ट्रॉन लिखा जाता है. याद रखिएगा, अगर इस तरफ इलेक्ट्रॉन लिखा गया है कहीं तो ये होता है आपका रिडक्शन इक्वेशन, और उधर लिखा गया है तो ये होता है आपका ऑक्सीडेशन इक्वेशन. यहां जो स्पेसिस होता है ना, ये होता है रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट, और ये जो स्पेसिस होता है ये होता है ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट. हमेशा ये एकदम फॉर्मूला के हिसाब से याद रखिएगा इसको, जस्ट टू रिमेंबर इट. ये की सेंटेंस होता है एकदम. ऑक्सीडेशन रिडक्शन जो हमको बहुत परेशान करता है याद रखने में, एकदम सिंपल सा तरीका है. जैसे कि मैं आपको बताता हूं, सपोज वी हैव Fe3+ and one electron is added, it turns into Fe2+. अभी आप कह सकते हैं कि फेरिक इज एन ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट. सिमिलरली सपोज इट इज लिथियम, लिथियम टर्न्स इनटू लिथियम प्लस इलेक्ट्रॉन. आप ये कह सकते हैं कि लिथियम इज ए व्हिच एजेंट एक्चुअली रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट. ये भी एक दूसरे किस्म की इक्वेशन होता है ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री में. चलो हम अभी डिस्कशन करेंगे एलिमिनेशन रिएक्शन क्या होता है और ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री में कैसा आता है, और फिर हमारा टॉपिक में ये कैसा होता है. आपके सिलेबस में जो दो टॉपिक होते हैं, अल्किल हैलाइड एंड अल्कोहल, ये दोनों में आपके दिखेंगे एलिमिनेशन रिएक्शंस. अल्कोहल में आप देखेंगे एलिमिनेशन रिएक्शंस, अल्किल हैलाइड में आप देखेंगे एलिमिनेशन रिएक्शंस. अल्किल हैलाइड में, इन अल्किल हैलाइड्स देयर विल बी एलिमिनेशन रिएक्शंस लाइक दिस, it will be converted into this, and in alcohol the elimination reaction is also like this. So this is the simple thing of two elimination reactions in two different topics actually. Alcohols, here which part is eliminated, water is eliminated, so this is dehydration of alcohol, that is an elimination reactions. Here HX is eliminated, so this is dehydrohalogenation. Remember, this reaction is catalyzed by base and this reaction is catalyzed by acid. इसके हम डिटेल में बाद में पढ़ेंगे. So now we are reading alkyl halide elimination reactions. Alkyl halide elimination reactions, let us think CH3 CH2Br, give any base, suppose KOH, in a non-protic solvents like alcohol, it produces CH2 double bond CH2. So this is elimination reactions of ethyl bromide. Elimination reactions of suppose a bute compound is there, here is suppose bromine, here is a H2 and H, here is also H and H3. So this is 2 bromo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 bromobutane, the same reagent is given. Here there are two chances how the elimination occurs. There are supposed to be elimination occurring from this at these positions. There is also a possibility of occurring elimination at these positions. So there will be product like this and there will be product like this. Then which is the right product and which is the wrong product. So here we understand this is major product or this is the right product. This is according to a rule that is called as Z-Safe rule. Z-Safe rule. यहाँ in this rule it has been said that the more stable alkene is the major product. This alkene is more stable alkene because this is the alkene carbon-carbon double bond. Here is an alpha hydrogen atom, alpha carbon atom. Here are the alpha carbon atom. There are 6 alpha hydrogen atoms which are responsible for the phenomenon hyperconjugations, and here this is only one alpha hydrogen atom which contains 2 alpha hydrogen atoms. Other regions are also there. So this is the major product that according to Z-Safe rule. Again in elimination also there are two different types of elimination reactions. One is unimolecular elimination reactions, another is bimolecular elimination reactions. In unimolecular elimination reactions, the molecularity is 1, and in bimolecular elimination reactions the molecularity is Here carbocation is an intermediate. Intermediate is a carbocation, and here an intermediate is a 5 carbon having pentavalency. 5 different groups are there around a carbon center. So let us discuss this carbocation intermediate, a particular reaction. Suppose this is the reactant, this is a tertiary halide. This undergoes this elimination unimolecular reactions, and bimolecular is preferably shown by primary halides, but order is the same in all cases: tertiary halides, secondary, primary. Here the order is also tertiary, secondary, primary. So, in unimolecular elimination reactions, carbocation is the intermediate. What is carbocation and what are the intermediates? ये थोड़ा fundamentals होता है, that is some fundamental, and we have to discuss in some other classes. Now, let me discuss one example. Please say me what will be the product obtained by the elimination reactions of this alkyl halide. The carbocation here formed is, this is the carbocation, this carbocation is formed, bromine part is out, this carbocation is formed, and this carbocation produces by shifting of this methyl group, this produces ultimately a alkene like this. This shifts this carbon atom and double bond appears there. So, in this way we finish elimination reactions part. Now, we will discuss the other reactions of alkyl halide, like reaction with magnesium, reactions with sodium, reaction with zinc, reactions, I can say the Corey-House synthesis, Finkelstein reactions, Swart reactions. I mean to say, now elimination reactions we have already discussed in our previous part. The reactions with metal and halogen exchange reactions, these two are of this category, that reactions with magnesium, reaction with sodium, reaction with zinc, and Corey-House synthesis. Let us go to discuss all these things. The first reactions we are going to discuss is reaction with sodium, reaction with magnesium. Reaction with magnesium is also a very excellent achievement done by Victor Grignard. We can see the image of Victor Grignard in screens actually. While attempting to find an efficient catalyst for the process of methylation, Victor Grignard noted that zinc in diethyl ether had been used for this purpose and wondered whether the magnesium in presence of ether can do the same or not, and he fortunately got the very excellent organic compound which is favorite to all organic chemists. Even we can say the key compound from which this several other compounds of organic chemistry can be synthesized. Just like suppose if you want to go different places of a city, then the best thing we can do that we should go to the railway station first. जैसे कि मैं अपने बच्चे को हमेशा ये कहता आ रहा हूँ कि एक कहीं आप किसी शहर में आप अगर रात को या किसी अनजान जगह में आप खो जाते हैं, तो उसी शहर में कौन सा ऐसा जगह होगा जहां आप जाने से आपको सारे जगह के लिए रास्ता मिल जाएगा, वो जगह आपका रेलवे स्टेशन होता है, क्योंकि यू हैव ऑलवेज गेट द रोड्स टू ऑल प्लेसेस ऑफ ए सिटी फ्रॉम द रेलवे स्टेशन. ये हमारा देश का एक अच्छा खासियत है, रेलवे स्टेशन से हम सारे जगह जा सकते हैं. वैसे ही एक ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड है जिससे सारे ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड हम प्रिपेयर कर सकते हैं, वो होता है RMgX. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज Grignard's reagent, and we will start the reactions of alkyl halide with magnesium from that angle. Reaction with magnesium, this one, very simple thing, alkyl halide with magnesium. Solvent should be dry ether. We will be getting RMgX. This type of compounds are also called as organometallic compounds. My dear students, try to remember this word. ऐसा तो मेरे टीचर ने एक बात मेरे को बताया थे कि कभी कभी आप अपना निकनेम भूल जाओ, लेकिन ये नाम मत भूलना कि इसके ग्रिग्नार्ड्स रिएजेंट कहते हैं और ये एक ऑर्गेनोमेटालिक कंपाउंड होता है। पहले तो हम ये सोचते हैं कि जो मेटालिक कंपाउंड होते हैं वो सब आयनिक होते हैं और इनऑर्गेनिक होते हैं। ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड में मेटल कैसा आया है? इसका साइंटिफिक डेफिनेशन इज इफ द कंपाउंड कंटेन्स ए कार्बन मेटल बॉन्ड देन वी से इट इज व्हिच कंपाउंड? ऑर्गेनोमेटालिक कंपाउंड। ग्रिग्नार्ड्स रिएजेंट इज एन ऑर्गेनोमेटालिक कंपाउंड। थोड़ा सा जनरल नॉलेज जैसे हिसाब पे, और जस्ट लाइक ए जनरल knowledge, you remember why dry ether? Because if in ether medium a little bit water would be there, then Grignard's reagent would react with water to produce that. Let us go to read, suppose methyl bromide. Methyl bromide in the same situation produces methyl magnesium bromide. So this is Grignard's reagent reactions. So let us go to read applications or reactions of Grignard's reagent. That is very important. Listen, for any chemical compound, what we actually read? We read the chemical reactions of ammonia, chemical reactions of sulfur dioxide, chemical reactions of suppose sulfuric acid, but the chemical reactions of Grignard reagent has another name. That is what? The synthetic applications of Grignard reagent. Try to remember. जेमती किशन भगवान का जो बचपन का जो काम वो करते थे, बचपन में जो जो लीला खेला करते थे, उसको हम लीला कहते हैं। उसको ये नहीं कहते हैं कि उनका बचपना, उसको कहते हैं लीला, क्योंकि भगवान है। वैसे ही ग्रिग्नार्ड्स रिएजेंट का जो केमिकल रिएक्शन होता है उसमें दूसरा कुछ ऑर्गेनिक मॉलिक्यूल प्रिपेयर होता है, इसलिए इसको कहते हैं कि सिंथेटिक एप्लीकेशंस ऑफ ग्रिग्नार्ड्स रिएजेंट। ग्रिग्नार्ड्स रिएजेंट, व्हाट आर द एप्लीकेशंस? Whenever Grignard's reagent react with any compound having active hydrogen, suppose this is the Grignard's reagent RMGX, when it reacts with any compound having active hydrogen like water, alcohol, etc., it produces alkane. Grignard reagent when reacts with carbon dioxide and on subsequent hydrolysis in acid medium produces carboxylic acid. Grignard's reagent in presence of formaldehyde and subsequent hydrolysis produces a primary alcohol. We will be reading in alcohol topic. Grignard's reagent in presence of any other aldehyde, suppose it is R1CHO, then 1R and R1 they both come and we get R1CHOH. This is a primary alcohol and this is a secondary alcohol. This is Grignard's reagent. So, continuing, when Grignard's reagent react with a ketone R1 C R2, it produces RC R1 R2 OH, which is a tertiary alcohol. So, this is the magic of Grignard's reagent. So, now let me solve an exercise basing upon this. Suppose I have a conversion, very interesting, and also everywhere there is hydrogen. I am saying this hydrogen here. Suppose I want to prepare this from this, it is deuterium. How can I replace this? I can, if I will go through Grignard's reagent, then I can easily do this. I will give NBS here. NBS is called as N-bromosuccinamide. N-bromosuccinamide. N-bromosuccinamide replaces this hydrogen. This is an allylic hydrogen. This produces this. In types of alkyl halide or haloalkane haloarine class, you have been taught what are alkyl halides, what are alkyl hydrogens. This is an alkyl hydrogen. Alkyl hydrogen is replaced in this way. It produces a Grignard's reagent MgBr, and from that we can get, if we give deutero oxide or heavy water here, then we can get deutero compound of that alkyl group. Similarly, let us discuss another question. Suppose I ask you a question like CH3 CHO, and suppose we want to get CH3 CH3 CHOH. How can we get it? How can we convert it? What should be given here? This is also very simple. We can get it. We know this is a secondary alcohol and this is an aldehyde. We can give one CH3 group is here, COH is there. So, we have to give another CH3 MgX, and then on hydrolysis we can get it. So, this is which reaction? Grignard's applications of Grignard reagents for some interesting conversions. Now, let us go to solve another example relating to this Grignard's reagent. Suppose we want to get CH3 CH3 CH3OH. We have to get CH3 CH2OH. This is a homework to you. You please solve it. How should I get it from CH3Br? How should I get it from CH3Br? From CH3Br to tertiary butyl alcohol. This is a question to you. You try to solve it. Here I am waiting for your answer to this. Hello students, we were discussing how we can prepare tertiary butyl alcohol from methyl bromide. So, this question is really very much brain teasing, because there are 3 carbon atoms here and here is only 1 carbon atom. How can we convert it? This can be easily done by the help of Grignard's reagent. Convert it into Grignard's reagent by adding magnesium in presence of dry ether. It will be CH3 MgBr, and then just simply I have told you it is a tertiary alcohol, and a tertiary alcohol can be prepared from Grignard's reagent. This is ZR, I mean to say Grignard's reagent. Let us put first acetone here, and then on hydrolysis it produces tertiary butyl alcohol. So, this is the reactions of alkyl halide with magnesium, which is a very important reaction, because a very beautiful and highly usable compound Grignard's reagent is produced by this method. Let us discuss the next one. The next one is Wurtz reaction. The Wurtz reaction, you can see what is there in the screen, and I have also given the simple idea of Wurtz reaction, where one alkyl halide when treated with sodium in presence of ether, it turns into a hydrocarbon or alkane of double carbon atom. Just like suppose this is an alkyl halide, this is an alkyl halide, whenever it will be treated with sodium in presence of dry ether, it produces RR. This is famous Wurtz reaction. But a lot of things we have to read. The same reaction also happens with zinc. The same reactions also happens with zinc. Alkyl halide and alkyl halide when treated with zinc, here 2 sodium are necessary, which are produced as 2 sodium halide, but here 1 zinc can be able to carry out the reactions. Here also we will be getting the same product RR plus ZnX. My dear students, try to look one thing. Suppose we have methyl bromide, you have read it, but let us understand it in a different way. You have read it in class 11, but still I am giving emphasis upon this reactions, because suppose you have methyl bromide here, then we get ethane CH3 CH3. Suppose it is ethyl bromide C2H5Br, then we get C2H5 C2H5, means butane, means we are getting ethane, and we are again getting butane. So, by treatment with sodium, that is Wurtz reaction, and by treating with zinc, that is Frankland reaction. With zinc, the reaction is called as what? Frankland reaction. In this two reactions, actually we are getting an alkane of this nature. Try to look into the structure of molecule, it is RR, means we will be getting an alkane which will have a geometry like this. This is called as what type of geometry? Symmetrical alkane we get. We get a symmetrical alkane, means we cannot prepare methane by these two reactions. We can prepare ethane. We cannot prepare propane by this method. We can prepare butane, C4H10. In this butane, there is also still some restrictions. Let us understand what is the restriction. What type of butane we can prepare? We can prepare this butane, CH3CH2, CH2CH3. We can prepare this butane, because this butane is that symmetrical. You can look here, it is RR type, isn't it? But can we prepare this butane, CH3C, CH3, CH3? We cannot prepare this butane. Remember, we can prepare C4H10, not all isomers. By which reaction? By Wurtz reaction. We cannot prepare this, because this type of alkane does not give any idea of RR. Where you can make it RR? You cannot make it RR. So, this is not obtained. Similarly, we cannot prepare pentane, C5H12. We cannot prepare this by Wurtz reaction. We can prepare hexane, but not all hexanes. We can prepare hexane, C6H14. Previously, you have taught what is bond line notation. We can prepare this hexane, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This hexane can be prepared, but this hexane cannot be prepared. This hexane can 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 be prepared. This hexane cannot be prepared, because this is not a symmetrical hexane through any bond. So, for that purpose, what is done then? For that purpose, we carry out this reaction. This is also reactions of the same alkyl halide. That is what? Core-House synthesis. What is a Core-House synthesis? This is Core-House synthesis. Core-House synthesis. Here, suppose we have taken one alkyl halide. We treat a metal, lithium, in presence of ether. We get alkyl lithium compound. We get alkyl lithium compound. Alkyl lithium compound is treated with cuprous iodide. We get CuLiR2, cuprous lithium dialkyl or dialkyl cuprolithium compound, and this compound is also called as Gilman reagent. Gilman reagent, and this is treated with another alkyl halide R-X. If we will treat with, we can treat with alkyl halide also, we can treat it with Rx also. Means I mean to say, the same alkyl group can also be repeated here, or we can take a different alkyl group also. Whenever you take a different alkyl group, we will be getting R dash and we will be getting RR. Just to remember, this can be obtained by Core-House synthesis. This was also obtained by Wurtz reaction. This was also obtained by Frankland reaction, but this type of alkane was not obtained from which reaction? From Wurtz reaction. So, here we can get it. We can prepare, I mean to say, we can prepare CH3, CH2, CH3, we can prepare this through Core-House synthesis. How? Now, here in this case, we will be taking CH3Br, and here we will be taking CH3, CH2Br. This can be prepared. But just to remember, just before 2 minutes I have told you that propane cannot be prepared by Wurtz reaction, but propane can be prepared by Core-House synthesis. But one thing very important we should remember, in Core-House synthesis we can prepare symmetrical alkane as well as unsymmetrical alkanes, but one condition is there. This alkyl halide permissibly can be primary, secondary, tertiary halide, but this alkyl halide should be primary only. This is the restriction or this is the conditions for Core-House synthesis. Why? Now, because if any tertiary halide would be here, if it would be a tertiary halide R dash X, if it would be a tertiary halide, then our product will be an alkene. Instead of an alkane, it will be alkene, because a tertiary halide spontaneously undergo elimination reactions to produce an alkene if a base is given. This is also behaves as a base, because this produces a species like R minus. R minus is a base. In presence of a base, you remember tertiary alkyl halides we have read in elimination reactions are prone to form eliminated product alkene here. So, this was the reactions of alkyl halide with metals. So, now we will be going to other two types of reactions, those are called as halogen exchange reactions. These are not at all difficult, we have already read it in preparation part of the alkyl halides. So, the first one is Finkelstein reactions. Look into the screen. Finkelstein reactions has been seen in the screen. Alkyl chloride and bromide, when treated with sodium iodide in presence of acetone, they produce alkyl iodide. Alkyl chloride or alkyl bromide, whenever we put sodium iodide in presence of a solvent, remember acetone solvent is compulsory here, then we can convert this chloride and bromide into iodide, and sodium chloride and sodium bromide are obtained as precipitate. Very interesting. Sodium chloride and sodium bromide are precipitate here. How can be they precipitate actually? So, very interesting thing, because it is not water, the solvent is acetone, and in acetone sodium chloride and sodium bromide are being ionic compounds are not soluble. So, they are obtained as precipitate. So, why sodium iodide here? Why this type of exchange reactions? In acetone, solubility in acetone is in this order. Sodium fluoride is least soluble than sodium chloride, more solubility increases in this way, sodium bromide and sodium iodide. Sodium iodide is soluble in acetone and these are insoluble. Again, why? Because in Poisson's rule we have read a covalent compound or covalent character of a ionic compound develops if the negative ion is larger in size. So, sodium iodide have a covalent character or comparably more covalent character among all other sodium halides. So, that is why that is soluble in acetone. So, this is Finkelstein reaction, a very interesting conversion let me do upon Finkelstein reactions after I finish Schwarz reaction. What is Schwarz reaction? Schwarz reaction is conversion of any alkyl halide into fluoride. For that we give silver fluoride or antimony fluoride or cobaltous fluoride or mercurous fluoride. That can be done from, suppose we have alkyl chloride, you can see the screen, alkyl bromide, alkyl iodide, we can convert them into alkyl fluoride. How we can convert them? We can treat silver fluoride here, we can treat cobaltous fluoride here, we can treat mercurous fluoride here, or we can treat antimonious fluoride here. So, these are the fluorinating agents, they can convert this. So, this is Schwarz reactions. So, let us go to solve some examples and exercise and the questions that are coming in the examinations. So, let us go to solve a very interesting question. Suppose this is the propene, this is a propene, and suppose I have a questions, convert it into this I mean to say we have to put or we have to introduce iodine here in this carbon atom. But remember, you cannot do these same reactions by treating HI, because whenever you will be giving HI, you have read in preparation part of the alkyl halide, it will be according to Markovnikov's rule, the product would be this, iodine will be attached here. But our thing is that we should get it here. How can we get it? So, this procedure is not applicable, because by treating HI upon this, we will be getting this. What we do here? We do in this way. We treat HBr in presence of peroxide. Can you remember HBr in presence of peroxide gives a product which is against or opposite to Markovnikov rule. So, this will be the product. This is obtained, and this can be easily obtained by Finkelstein reactions by treating sodium iodide in presence of acetone. So, this is the conversions. Now, let me discuss some your wanted questions, +2 questions. What +2 or what your board examination questions comes like this. Suppose a question comes like this actually, which of the following has least boiling point? A question is this. Suppose this is there, approximately equal boiling point for each. In which of the following cases boiling point is minimum? The answer is this. These are the short questions or MCQ questions we get in +2 examinations. So, hello students, now you remember one thing, for any purpose of examinations of organic chemistry particularly, several molecules are there. So, definitely they will come to create confusions in your mind, but remember you should first give emphasis upon recognizing the molecules, remembering the structures of molecules, then only you can answer it clearly. Otherwise, it will be a very big problem for us, either it will finish in a minute or it will take hours to even think about it. Thank you all.